Danny boy, hey, what's up? I look nice. Yeah, not liking my hair, so I stuck on a cap. How are you doing? That's nice of you. I was guesting earlier today. I've had so much going on, so kind of had to not really force myself to get on here, but I need to get more used to it. So just relaxing. How about you? Oh, that's nice. Relaxing. Do you work on the weekdays? So you have weekends off, or how is your schedule? I've missed your podcast. You're so sweet to say that, because honestly, I get on here and I'm thinking, people are probably wondering, what in the hell is wrong with me? What am I doing? So for you to say that, it means a lot. I really appreciate it. I do need to get on more. Been on others, in and out. I don't know. I really do enjoy the guesting too. I need to, I don't know. I don't have access to a laptop right now, so it's like I don't know how the guesting is going to sound, but I need to do the guesting. William, hey, long time no talk. How's it going? Okay, I work Monday through Friday for now. Gotcha. So your weekends, you definitely want to be able to relax. Do you care if I ask what you do, Danny? Sorry, do you guys ever have like your foot itch and you've got shoes on and you can't really get to it? Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good. What have you guys been up to? You're an electrician. Oh, sweet. Probably do pretty good for yourself then. Electricians actually do pretty well, don't they? You'll probably never get out of work that way because everybody needs you. So that's a really good profession. That's so me. I'm like, I don't want to take my shoe off. I'm too lazy. Yep, they do. Yeah, everybody needs them. Yeah, everybody needs them. How long have you been an electrician for? Plus, I did the tag in metaphysical, so people are probably going to go, what in the heck is that? And then come over here and I'll just be talking about nothing but shooting the breeze. And so I don't know, we'll see where it takes us, but that's what I put it under. I put it under hashtag metaphysical, which meta means beyond, physical, of course, beyond what is physical. For about 3 years. Oh, sweet. How long is school to be an electrician? I'm more familiar with like the schooling for plumbing, but I'm not sure about electrician. Good to see you, hun. I know, honestly, do you guys ever have those times where you're sitting there and you're just thinking, I wish there was some more excitement or, something going on where you don't feel so stagnant, and then there's other times where it's just like you just want it to slow down. Right now, the last week has just exploded. It's just so busy. So I'm having to really just work, do what I can, and then knowing that there will be a time where it will die down and I won't have so much going on. So I should be grateful, that I'm busy doing stuff. But I got conned into watching my daughter's rabbit. My daughter decided to get a rabbit, and so yeah, I've been having to take care of a rabbit lately as well on top of all my work, which has been so fun. Been crazy at work for you too, William. Oh man, William, I don't think I ever asked you what you did. For an electrician in California, usually 5 years. You work as an apprentice under supervision from licensed electricians. Wow, that's pretty intense. You should get like a doctorate from that. So you can do like all different, that's a long time. Oh, rabbits. Yeah, this is the rabbit. I love rabbits, but I don't get why people get them as pets, personally. I know other people enjoy them, but they don't really connect with you on like a real deep, I don't know, maybe some do, but for me, I'm like, oh, it's cute. No, I don't want a rabbit. Michelle, if I said that right, how are you doing? I work for the Park Service. Oh gosh, that would be a great job. Did you like it? Yep, in a few years I'm going to start my own business. Danny, that is such a good idea. Oh my goodness, that's a good idea. You will kill it doing that. That's awesome that you want to do that. I think you're going to do amazing. My brother-in-law started his own plumbing company after he'd been working as a plumber for a long time. I'm telling you what, he did so extremely well. So I think that's a good idea. It's pretty good. Yeah, it sounds like it would be awesome, William. I dig that. Thank you, that means a lot. No, really, I think you would be awesome. The fact that you have that aspiration and that you went through all that schooling and stuff and you're working like that, definitely, I think you do. Like, just for the fact of you being able to do all that work, you know, all that schooling and stuff and apprenticeship and all that, and doing what you're doing now, and now you have your sights set on having your own business, you're totally going to do it. You totally will. More interested in history and other things, but it's not bad. But it's been in the hundreds. Oh my, I know, you guys, it's crazy. There's somebody, and you guys might like her. Her name's Marcelle, and she's one of my really good friends, and she usually goes under the name #psychic. And there's only two, and they're both my friends that I know that go under #psychic. And Marcelle's in Israel right now. She's from the U.S. She said it is so blazing hot there right now. She says all over the world, for some reason, it's just the heat has been getting to everybody. I don't know what's going on. I feel it at least. Yeah. So sweet. No, it's true. I love that you guys come on here and you're so supportive, and getting to know some of the stuff that you guys do in your lives is so fascinating to me. You know, I mean, anybody who has that type of dedication to go through that much effort into a specific area, you should definitely, you know, you should have your own business. I mean, that's a lot to focus on. I don't think many people can do that type of stuff. I mean, they can if they put their minds to it, but not many do. So I think you'd be incredible doing that, having your own business. You'd totally succeed. Danny, where are you from again? I probably asked you this, but I can't remember. One of these days I'll remember, get it all right. California, that's right. Yeah, you'd be perfect area to do it into. I need to come to California sometime. Need to take a trip out there. Need to see the ocean. Never seen it. That would be really, really fun. Danny, do you live, I'm guessing in California, you're somewhat close to the ocean, somewhat, the shore. I don't know how far away you are from it. I totally want to. I'm not very far away. I'm only in Utah. It's not that far of a drive. When you guys should guest sometime. I don't know. I don't know how well it'll work on my phone, but we should try it sometime. Oh, you live in LA. Oh, sweet. I think you probably already told me that. One of these times it will register. Like it'll stick. Because I think you might have already told me that. Yeah, LA is an interesting area. Very interesting. There's a lot going on in LA. Of course, William, I'm sorry. The William, I couldn't forget your name. I recognize your face, your profile. I recognize your title. Yeah, there's no way I could forget you. Same water bottle. Do you really? No way. My roommate got me this. That's awesome. It's so funny. It keeps stuff cold like for so long. Like I can leave it here overnight if it's been in the fridge, and the next day it'll still be cold. It's pretty cool, right? Black would be cool though. This one's a pretty bright color. I would like black. Do you guys care if I go outside to smoke real fast? Sorry, I'm just trying to be polite. I know it's not the most attractive thing to see somebody smoking, but happiest moment of my day was drinking gin and playing flute to the Rolling Stones. That sounds like a pretty awesome day. That sounds great to me. Oh, you don't mind? Okay. I appreciate that. I'm gonna head outside. Does one of you guys want a guest? I don't know how it would do on my phone, but if you do decide you want to, let me know. And I will guest you. See if it'll work. My son's here right now, so he has the tablet, so that's what I usually go off of. Oh, shaky, sorry. Do you guys want to see the real fast? Let's see if I can show her to you. Hey, come here. Say hi. Say I'm a little stinker. I let her out and she runs around the entire house and I have to go chase her. It was much overdue. I'm not sure how long I'll be on, but not going yet. Oh no, it's good. You know, I'm really need to get on more often and just more sporadically, even if I come on for just a little bit. So I'll try to do it more frequently for sure. Oh, that's so cute. And the bunny. Yeah, me and the bunny. You should have seen how pissed off I was when she ran underneath the cars. I was ready to beat the living hell out of her. Then she's running around my room, but it's okay. It's for my daughter, and I love my daughter. But my daughter can be a little stinker sometimes as well. And she's not little either. She's 16, so. Yeah, I got conned into it. You know how kids can be. You know how we can be as humans, you know. So, you know. And then sometimes, you know, you'll do something, then after you're like, what did I get myself into? You know, sometimes you think it's going to be easier or harder. And, you know, we all just do what we can, I guess. Sometimes we overdo it, though. Do more than we can handle. If I ever have children, I'm sure I'll feel what you're going through more. Yeah, they're fun. They're worth it. They're definitely worth it. I just don't know if I could ever do it over, you know. I don't know, maybe I could. Maybe I'm just saying that just because I've been through it. I don't know, Danny, have you ever been married? Did you have any kids? Obviously, we know William doesn't have any kids currently. Hey, I'm trying to pronounce your name. Couple. It's the only way I can say it. Costa, hey, what's up? Yeah, don't rag on me. I'm smoking right now. No, you can if you want to. I really do need to quit. So what have you guys been up to? Macedon. Hey, Costa. You know what I would just really like? If we just teleport each other to like a certain location and hang out. I mean, this I guess is better than nothing, but I don't know. I feel like they created, this is just me personally, I'm getting on a deeper level off the subject topics we were discussing, but you think about the internet, I feel like it was created to more so pull us into a certain type of net, obviously the internet, but I think it's kind of backfired on them. You know, whatever they try to use, we just turn it around and use it to benefit us. Oh, thanks for becoming a fan. Been lovesick and lonely, pretty hard to be honest, but dealing with it more. I think I'll get better. It'll get better. You know what? It's so interesting. We as humans are very tribal. And although, yes, it is nice to be off on our own and do our own thing, you know, I retreat at times. I can be a hermit in my own self. We can be introvert and extrovert, but we truly do. There was actually a study they did on rats or mice. I can't remember. I think it was rats. And they actually used like cocaine, put them on cocaine and like different drugs, and then isolated them. And they got so sick and they kept getting addicted to the drug. But then they did a different test, and then after they were done with them, they put them in a separate container, and they put the cocaine in there with them and put them all in there together with one another, so they weren't isolated anymore, and they didn't even touch the stuff. So it's not saying that we're exactly like rats, but you know, it's nice to have those connections. I think that's why people come on here, is to connect with one another. You know, I feel that's what it is. It's some type of connection that we want to make with one another, and this is a perfect platform. This is it right here. Mm-hmm. Costa, do you want to guest? Are you in the mood? Thank you for the likes. Yay. You're so sweet. Thank you. Nope, they keep coming. Thank you, Costa. Definitely, that's interesting. I'm horrible, you guys. I'm trying to get better with my communication because it got really bad for a while after some of the stuff I went through. And so I'm trying to gain that back. So I'm trying to get out everything that I have experienced or that I'm thinking about or that comes up. And sometimes it's really bad. You guys want to hear a funny joke? This is probably the only joke of my stepdad's that I remember. And it's really stupid, but it's one of the only ones. Like, I will butcher jokes. I will absolutely butcher them, and I butcher stories, and I butcher all that. But I'll tell you guys this quick joke. Where do you get virgin wool? From ugly sheep. That is the only joke that my stepdad told. And what's funny is it's kind of like a bad joke that's from my stepdad, so it kind of doesn't sound very good, but he's a good guy. But yeah, I butcher jokes. You can guess? What does IDC mean? I need help. Guess. IDC. What is that? Somebody translate. Costa. I really shouldn't be dealing with technology sometimes. Tayob, hey, how's it doing? Oh, I don't care. I think some of this bleach has gotten to my roots. All right. We'll see how this does. I'm on my phone, so I don't know how it's going to work, but we'll try it. Well, I tried to click on you, Costa. I don't know if you're still here. It said that you weren't here. Tab. Not much. What's up with you? Hey, William, thanks for interpreting stuff for me and looking out for me. So I might take a nice walk tonight. Closest liquor store and get a tall boy. Hey, I can understand that. Oh, you had to switch. Gotcha. Oh, I know. It's so nice to be able to have people, but when we do need that and we don't, it can get a little lonely. Like I said, if we just teleport ourselves, man, we'd be set. We just need to learn how to do that, or we need to get that stuff from the government. All right, okay, I'm gonna guess Costa. You guys will like him. He's One of the most amazing humans I know. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, I don't know. I think he's still trying to switch. Yeah, he's still trying. He must be trying to switch devices. He's probably getting on his laptop. Let's see. What are physical? You're awesome, William. What does it mean? Tab, what does what mean? Metaphysical? The hashtag that I went under? Is that what you're talking about? Yes. Metaphysical, meta, the etymology wise in Greek, meta means beyond, and then physical, of course, is the physical. So it's pretty much just the study of what is beyond, not just our physical, but beyond that as well. So the outer. Yes, all of it. The external. And internal, all that's beyond that, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. You were studying physics? Really? Interesting. Where are you from, Tab? That's pretty awesome. I'm sure I could learn a lot from you. So I love people. They're so incredible. Some of the stuff you guys talk about, like, I mean, even Danny, like, I would love for him to talk to me about exactly how he does his job. He's an electrician. So good in your craft. I find it fascinating, AC/DC. Attacked activities of my childhood. You were in the queue? All right. Why isn't it showing up? Oh. What is it doing? It's not, you're not even showing up in the queue. That's so weird. I've never had it do that to me before. Tanner! How you doing? How are you? You connected with Wi-Fi? I am. I'll keep trying. I don't know what's up with this. Just got home early this morning. From work, or where you been? All right, while you guys are talking, I'm trying to figure this out. I swear, of course, it's going to happen to me because I keep saying how not tech savvy I am, and so what's going to manifest? Issues, right? Keep saying error. User is no longer watching your broadcast. Why is it doing that? Please cooperate. There are no guests. I don't know what's going on, Costa. I'll keep checking it and keep trying to get it to work. Make sure you have enough power for your phone. Does it take a certain amount of power? It should be okay. I tried to make sure my phone was pretty charged. I know, right? Go figure. I really wanted you to guess, too. You worked all day, then went out to dinner with family. Oh, Tanner, that's awesome. Where'd you guys go? That sounds like a really fun time. This broadcasting requires huge power. Makes sense, Tab. That makes sense. Actually watched a love romance movie last night. I think it would. bring it up because it affected me deeply. Oh, which movie was it, William? Do you remember what it was called? I'd like to meet people in real life. You know what? I got some really good advice from somebody recently. Well, and it wasn't like, for me, because I'm not, I don't ever exactly look for that stuff. But instead of looking for it, let it find you. Marcel was talking about that on her broadcast, telling somebody that, and I was like, that's some beautiful advice. Let it find you. And just be aware, be observant of what comes into, your view. I tried again. I don't know. I know. I'm sad. What? Man, I'm so tempted to just try and shut this down and then redo it because I really, law of attraction. Yep. I'll still keep trying though, Costa. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm really, really bummed though because I really wanted you to guess. Went to Chili's and I had a coconut strawberry margarita and chicken and waffles. That sounds so good. I used to love Chili's. I don't really go out to places like that anymore, but I love Chili's. I'm trying to focus more on friends. Good idea, because, just kind of do your thing, and certain things will come in, certain things will come into your awareness that maybe you didn't expect either, not having, those big expectations, things need to be this specific way or that specific way, but yet you can still put out your intent, but just not have that attachment, to a specific outcome. In other words, be open to an array of outcomes that could come and maybe even be better than you even intended upon. Doesn't always work like that, but it's because we're still working on the subconscious. Did you hear about some people say that the earth isn't not, flat earth, you mean? I don't normally like Chili's, but they update their menu and it's really good. Yeah, I'm sure if I went there now, I probably wouldn't even recognize their menu. It's been so long. There's the movie Blue Lagoon. Yeah, Blue Lagoon, Brooke Shields, and I don't remember the blonde guy. The blonde curly hair. Is that what the movie you're talking about? I used to love that show as a kid, if that's the one you're referring to. I don't know why I liked it as a kid, but kind of weird that you just brought that up. Tab, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around right now. A lot of disinformation, period, from a lot of different places. And I'm not gonna sit here and say you have to believe this or you have to believe that. But personally, I've had my own experiences, and I can't just go around saying, "Hey, I've taken my energy body above, and I've been able to see." I can't go upon that type of statement. That's going to sound ridiculous to most people. But even looking at all the facts and other scientific research. And many other things, it just, to me, doesn't make sense if you look at the way that, physics is, period. It just, to think that the earth is flat just doesn't make sense to me. But I do appreciate some of what these people put out because they're getting people to be more open-minded, which is a good thing. What I don't care for is that they totally just stop and focus just on it being, this is how it is and it's flat and we need to focus on this, instead of just saying, be open to maybe things that are not exactly what we were assuming they were. So, I don't know, that's just kind of my thought on it. Oh my gosh, I think you're the... I'm doing a dance because I'm really happy. I'm finally able to connect him. Sorry, guys. Yay! Did it work?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I was agreeing. I was gonna write. What was I gonna write? Basically, that I agree with what you just said, because it is good for people to be open more. It's like a stepping stone. You know,
It's just that
like
people get stuck right there.
Exactly, they get too much stuck, and they don't see it as a doorway maybe for them to get to another step. You know, to get to another level on something else. You know, maybe they can learn from and then go to another step and take some more information and just keep going. And the thing is, insanity is like doing the same thing over and over again. So if you get stuck in something, it is a little bit over the top.
Redundant.
Where's the way out? I believe I might have hit the Enderman.
Certain things that we like, going to the same home every day, that's basically insanity. But there are some things that you have to just kind of be a little bit more lenient towards, more just
into my house. No, get out.
okay with. Like, it isn't saying to go to the same house if that's the case
Your house.
every day for the next 100 years or 50 years, whatever. I mean, but you have to be, still
it actually did.
on the go,
Yes, I can
going
to
figure out something else, from somewhere else, from another source.
I totally agree with that.
You know
Totally
why?
agree with that.
What's
go
Oh,
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say what is everybody's signs in here? I know that's random, but I'm just interested.
Good idea. Guys,
And
what are your signs?
and it's funny that you went on metaphysical because I know that like you can go on your own hashtag and stuff and just kind of put it up in there. Would you stop?
I didn't slap you hard.
Would you stop? Because they can hear you too, and you guys are a little bit too loud because they're trying to listen to me, and the mic is a little bit, sensitive.
Hi.
I'm sitting here playing this Minecraft game on my TV. So
Oh, hey guys.
they got their Xbox One over
Who's
here.
that?
Or am I
I'm
showing
not
your
Papa.
others?
You guys having fun?
Can you answer me?
Huh?
Can you answer me now?
What?
Who is it? Who is that?
It's a friend. It's a person. It's a human being.
You don't have to be that specific.
Specific? Oh, okay.
No, it's a Minecraft player. Her name is Steve.
William or Virgo?
Steve.
Virgo?
Yeah. Taya, what are you? What astrological sign are you? Sun sign?
I'm Steve. Ew.
Virgo is.
Hey, look, I found the opening.
Virgo is.
She's a cave.
What are you, Natalie? And Virgo. I'm thinking about Virgo.
Mine's December 21st, so I'm on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn.
Yours is December 21st?
I will hate you.
Really?
I know that's why, because yours is December 12th, right?
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Iron.
That's
Yeah,
why
that's
I
the,
remember that.
How are you gonna get to it?
I think what is it? June 21st or 19th?
You know I quit.
That's the actual original first day of the year in old ancient times.
Go take all my
Okay.
stuff.
Because basically the first day of the summer was considered the first day of the year, and then the end of the year was like winter, 6 months of winter basically. It was like 6 months of summer, 6 months of winter at the end.
No, I can't.
So,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, it's,
Yeah, I know our calendar's way off. Our Gregorian calendar's way off.
yeah, I just felt like mentioning that because it is something it's really interesting to think about. Yeah,
Oh shoot!
It's
real
kinda
life. I'm good. I got mad.
why people can't really figure out exactly
I see.
what
Please just get out. I want to go back to my old world. I don't want to. Please? No.
trying to focus.
I'll just be making
All right, it's really why people can't like figure out certain things and dates
Yeah.
in previous history and stuff like that.
Yeah, it totally messes all that up. I heard, like, I don't know, one calendar that someone was telling me was, like, really on was, like, the Ethiopian
Oh
calendar.
yeah, the leftovers.
And I'm like,
All right, I'm gonna go downstairs.
That's
Give me
great.
1 second because
no, you're good. You're good.
Oh, we're not annoying.
no, you're not annoying, but you're loud and they can't really hear me
Understand it?
too. So, or they can hear me. It's a little bit
Who
too
cares
loud.
about you?
Yeah, William, that's why. You have
That's why
so
you
much
guys
to
keep
offer
fighting,
as
says
well,
the guy. He
because
keeps
you
fighting
have
with his brother.
that aspect of knowledge. So I love to
Says the little one.
as much as you do about that stuff. Like, I still want to learn a lot from you.
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, no, you're good. I was just telling William because he's into the medieval
Oh.
stuff. So we got his aspect over there that can fill us in about some of that stuff.
I'd love to learn. I like learning. I don't like people who are closed-minded, that's all.
Right. Well, I've learned a lot from you about Greece. Like, I've always been attracted to it, but didn't know near, and I still don't know very much. But I love listening to you. That's why a lot of times
Well, I
I'm so
still
quiet.
don't know as much. I know a lot of stuff, but I still don't know that much.
You know quite a bit.
Well, I know a lot. I know a lot, but
Yes.
it's a whole different
So
ballgame.
much. Vast information of knowledge.
Like everything is like, you know, I'll keep saying it forever, really. Like, and it's not because I'm Greek, because I have, you know, small percentages of here and there too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not 100% Greek. Nobody's 100% anything. We're all 100% human. But it's not even about. Let me just plug this in real quick.
No, you're good. No. Yeah, I know, William, your passions. Like, you want to be able to work. We wouldn't have a problem, I don't think, working if we were able to work our passions. You know, what we enjoy doing. When we're doing something we don't enjoy, it's hard to put everything into it. You know, so it just kind of just stays mediocre. I don't know. Why can't we do what we love? Why can't we be born on a planet where we don't have to work our tails off to just survive? You know, it keeps us in survival mode.
We can do that. You know what the thing is? We don't want to.
Right.
Like, when I say we don't want to, we want to. Our system that we allow to be in doesn't allow it, and we basically are the ones in control of that. But we see ourselves as not in control of that, so we basically, in a sense, don't want to. So until we basically say, okay, look, we're gonna really, you know, switch everything, because if we don't change, like, basically everything, there's not going to really, it's just going to keep going down the same street that it is right now. Like, everything is just, if there's no major change that ever occurs, it's just going to keep being the same old thing that it is right now. Whether it's 1,000 years, it's still going to be the same. Oh, well, we did this, you know, 1,000 years ago, today, you know, and they're talking about today, and they're just like, well, it was done, this is how it's been done for how long? Like, I mean, like, really?
I know.
So
I'm ready to see drastic changes here. Let's see something drastic happen. You know, I'm done with this mediocre stuff.
I mean, it's not going to happen if, like, all of us don't actually take literally one another's hand and, you know, look, we need to do this together. It can't be done alone.
Right.
Like, it's not going to happen, you know?
Right.
Jesus couldn't become Jesus without the 12 apostles. It's impossible. It's not possible. It's impossible. It's not even inevitable. If anything, it is inevitable that it's going to happen with another 12, but it's almost as if it's not going to happen either. Because you never know. If you needed those specific 12, just like you need the specific amount of, you know, how many people it's going to take, you know, like we're going to need. And here's the thing, you know, when we're fighting, for example, right now, Muslims and Christians and, you know, atheists even, you know, just, you know, atheists, okay, let me just say that. We all need to be, you know, helping one another. All the religions need to be helping one another. That's one thing that was good that, you know, the Pope did. He was like, we need to be together. You know, I'm not agreeing with everything that he says, but that's one thing that I can say, you know, look, that's the great thing that, you know, to say.
Right, the idea that they were trying to portray to get across to people.
Exactly. So, you know, it's not going to change unless we're, you know, all together, you know, in one say-so. But it is going to be a certain amount of people who are just going to take the good side, and then there's just going to there's going to be that other side. It's
Right.
the Bible. It's not entirely. I don't want to be blasphemistic right now, but there's so much, like even people say it. This is only like 10%, if that, of what we know about God. This is only like, 10% of what we should know.
Right.
We should know another 90%. So I'm not trying to be blasphemistic, but there's more things that we need to do. Like I was saying, to a pastor today, this guy, he's, from New York or Toronto or whatever. And he was like, well, the Bible doesn't need to be changed. It's been changed, but it doesn't need to be changed. You just need to accept it, basically, in a few words. And I was like, well, in the future, it's going to need to be changed, and it's not going to, it's not going to be up to you. It's just it's inevitable. We need to change. We're going to have to revise. First of all, somebody was mentioning how it's the original, and it needs to go back to the original. You just need to accept the original. What is original? The original, everything that was original is burned.
Been tampered with. Yep.
Is burned.
Or
like
destroyed.
The book that is in Palestine and Greektown, nobody gives a shit about it.
Right.
It's a guy.
I didn't even know about it until you said something to me.
Yeah, I found out like 3 years ago, almost.
Wow.
Almost 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, I think 2. So
I didn't even know it existed.
it's just like, it's what's original when everything is, nitpicked. Everything's nitpicked. Like everything's just
Right.
not what it's supposed to be.
Right. Well, and I was going to ask you when I had the opportunity. I know there's not a lot talked about her, but Mary Magdalene, I'm sure you probably know some.
Mary Magdalene, she was one of the apostles.
Right.
She was one of the apostles. She had kids. They had kids. And it was that's one thing that the Quran is good about, because it describes the realistic perception of Jesus Christ as a human being. Where they go wrong, it's very contradicting with Christians, is that they say that he's not the Son of God. And technically he's not directly the Son of God, but he is a Son of God. Because when you're supporting a godly thing, you are basically its son. What are you? Like, if I start going to another place, a foreign place, and I get support from somebody, they're basically adopting me. What is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like if support, if a child is an orphan and he goes to another parent, that's what is that? What is that if they go to a couple? They're the mom and the dad. Like, you can't say that that's not your mom and not your dad. So if you're supporting them as well, you have to. The thing is that he never called himself the Son of God, and people really went on a different of misinterpretation. They went to a really bad, just contradicting topic of it's not he's not the Son of God. The Muslims, and all he really did was call himself the Son of Man, and that's more realistic. But you also have to accept that he is the Son of God. Especially when he's mentioned in the Quran more times than Muhammad himself. The word Quran is a Greek word. It means around.
No way.
And that's, yeah.
Didn't know that either.
It's an old word. See, the thing is with Greek, there's thousands of dialects. And people, of course, are probably not going to agree with me, but I don't care. So the thing is with the dialects of Greek go back way before, like, okay, linear B. First of all, if there's an alphabet and the alphabet starts with A, if B is after A, how is that the first one? That's just what I'm saying, is that linear B is basically what's considered as the first dialect of Greek. But that's just a piece of it. That's a remaining the remaining piece of a puzzle, which is much bigger, and it's considered to be the first dialect, but it's not true. And they're saying that it's been, taken basically by the Turks and all this stuff. And what's crazy is that whoever just left because they don't like it, that's crazy. I mean, they don't even want to sit there and listen. They just want to, okay, he is here still, never mind. Well, somebody else didn't like it.
Yeah, Tayb's still here.
The thing is that with, like, Hermes, where my father's from, he was, okay, so the thing is with Hermes, he's the one that basically wrote out the alphabet. And the entire thing with that is kind of missing. Like, a lot of the mythology with Greek mythology, there's so much missing. Right. Most of the documents are in vaults and
right.
in museums.
Didn't the Romans try to take over Greece at one point or another?
Well, they did, because they already did that. The Romans are the Greeks. The Roman soldiers are Greek people.
Really?
Yeah, the Roman soldiers are Greek people. Okay. Rome, Rome, it means wanderer.
Duh. Like
wander. So basically,
right.
The Romans were wanderers, and the first bloodline lineage who pretty much came from, a Middle Eastern or Middle African Mesopotamia version in Africa, basically came from there and then just sprouted up into those lands because they were much more ideal for humans. The conditions were much better in Greece. Greece is still a very ideal location for, like, long time ago, it was the Lord of the Rings map. It was everything is based on it. Like, all the woods and all those things, like, Greece used to be filled with tall trees. The boats that they built in Corinth to beat the Arabs, only like 400 BC, were basically from the trees over in Greece, because there was many tall old trees. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that it was filled with timber, and now it's kind of the opposite. So why I'm saying this is because it's not so ideal as it was back then. But it's still ideal. It's an ideal location, and it has everything. Greece has as much gold as Africa.
Oh wow!
And it's a way smaller version of Africa.
Right.
Like, it has like $2.3 trillion in estimated untapped resource of gold. So, not Egypt, but Africa has basically the same amount. Their total amount in all currency amounts of untapped resources is just under 20 trillion. So if that's everything, $20 trillion, and there's only $2.3 trillion in Greece worth of gold, just gold, there's almost $20 trillion worth of uranium in Greece. There's more untapped resources and natural untapped resources of everything in Greece than there is in Africa.
Yeah, because you don't hear about that.
No, you don't hear about it because they don't really. You can find it, but you'll probably find it only in a few places.
Right.
And there'll be other people talking about it, but you won't find it. I know we went all the way from Mary Magdalene to this, but
no, it's all good.
Mary Magdalene is definitely, I believe, one of the 12 apostles, and they had kids, after a while, they probably got separated, and or probably went to the same place. But I don't know if you know anything about um, what's the name? Kashmir. Kashmir. So there's supposedly Jesus' body is still in Kashmir. Kashmir. Hello, Surge Army. Kashmir is where Jesus supposedly went to after he was, basically, what's the word? He was getting chased after. So he went there and he settled, and he had kids and a family, and then he basically kind of not kicked them out, but said, it's safe, go, practice what you've learned, and build a life, and don't be scared. Just have faith, and one day things will happen, This is in the Quran. This is not just me talking. This is basically in the Quran, but it's not really in the Quran. It's more in the private selection of archived literature. There's literature there in Kashmir that has this, and it's talking about Isa. Isa is Jesus in the Quran. His name is mentioned more than Muhammad. You won't find Jesus' name as Jesus. You'll find it as Isa. And Isa is very, very similar, extremely similar for me, as the word Jesus. Jesus. Isa, Jesus. Jesus in Greek, Isa in Arabic. So Isa and Jesus is the same as, Jesus. It's the same. It's literally the same word. So basically, in the Quran, it says how the second coming is going to happen from human beings. Basically, it's not going to happen from the sky. It basically describes a more realistic, practical version of the second coming.
Right.
And the Bible basically describes it as magic and just really, really out of this world technology, and a happening of out of this world doesn't exist. Nothing can happen like this on this planet.
Well,
it's going to come from outside of the planet.
Right. Well, even like Revelations, after doing more in-depth research on Revelations in the Bible, it kind of blew me away to see it as, instead of seeing it exterior, to see it as what is going on with us interior, in Revelations, and looking at it from that perspective, it looks very differently. And of course it's going to manifest on the outside, but to see, to read it, Revelations, from like the inner, it totally blew my mind in such a different way that I've never knew before. You don't get taught that stuff in church or anything growing up. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Yeah, I don't know what your thoughts are in Revelations, but I found that interesting.
The Revelations is something that already happened, but it's going to happen in a different way. It's going to happen in the modern version. And Revelations is an interesting topic because it talks about a lot of what's going to, be the signs, how it's going to happen, things in such a way that, it basically kind of tries to describe everything that's how it's going to take place.
Right.
I have read the Bible. I don't remember everything, but I do have I do have things like hardwired in me though. Like when I read the Bible, I understand what's true and what's false, what's make believe, what's completely stretched out to be what it is. But
Yep, I read all books.
It's really
All
something
books in the Bible? Or all, does he mean all types of,
all books. I think he means all books.
like the Quran? Oh, okay, just all books, period? Or
Yeah.
books are good.
Tayyib sounds like he's an open individual.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
So,
Biera is too. Biera is awesome.
metaphysical hashtag.
That was like the first time that I did that, and I'm thinking, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll just go with it and see.
Μεταφυσιολογική επανάσταση. Μετά από φυσιολογική επανάσταση. Meaning, after the physical appearance, what happens? Like, basically.
Right.
So, there's a lot of
When you
things.
talk like that. I
What,
just think
Greek?
it's funny how people always ask you to talk like that. They're like, talk to me like that girl yesterday. She was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yell at me in Greek.
Yeah.
What? Sorry,
I don't know.
I'll be quiet.
They have the first book, Jewish no law. Evrei in Greek. Evrei. Evrei are supposedly, the way I don't really know how to exactly, I haven't done enough research on, or searching, I should say, not research, well, research too, on Jews, but Jerusalem, gyro, I don't know if you know what a gyro is. A Greek gyro. Okay, so gyro means basically around, like a donut. So Jerusalem is really a Greek Arabic name. Jews are possibly like okay, this sounds blasphemistic, but Jews are probably like real aliens. I don't even like real aliens, but I doubt that's not even true anyways, because I know for a fact that alienas and alienus, which is Latin, which is supposedly where the word derived from, is just extraterrestrials, extra territory, not outer territory. Exogeny, when you say aliens in Greek, you say exogeny. That's real aliens. Exo, outside, yini, ye, earth. So outside of Earth. So if anything, we should be calling aliens outside of Earthers, not aliens. Because aliens is Greeks. But, like...
Wow.
But magic, also, I wanted to say that too. I wanted to mention that magic is something that is very interesting. You know, it's a very interesting topic. It's something we can develop if we're extremely healthy human beings. It's like a mutant thing. Your blood, your DNA, it's not that your DNA shifts into a different thing. It's literally that there's certain genomes in your DNA structure that just activate when you're healthy, like superiorly healthy, like really just so incredibly healthy. They activate themselves, and you become, in a sense, a mutant. You know, you become different. You become an alien. You become superhuman, whatever. You know, like all these different names. Magi. When I hear the word Magi, because the word mom in Greek, it starts with ma, mama. So, what is it now, Andoni? Oh, it's you, Manuel? What happened? What are you doing?
He fell off the bed. He pushed me.
Man, Andoni! Stop! Why are you pushing him off the bed,
I
Manuel?
didn't mean to. But he kept, yeah, sure. This is mean to pick me off the bed. Whoa, that makes so much sense, doesn't it? I was trying to to get
If
him
you
off
guys,
of me.
if one of you two do this again, you're not going to play your Xbox One.
I was trying to get him off of me.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Manuel, I'm talking to you too.
I know.
It's not going to happen.
Busta, he's acting like the Xbox One is his. Haven't you seen him having control?
It's not going to happen. Look, it's not going to happen.
I didn't even
If this
do
happens
anything.
again, it's not going to happen with you
I
going
was
back
trying
up
to get
there.
him off of me.
I'm not going to
and
allow
he
it to
fell
go
off
up
the bed.
there in my room and
Busta,
play the
haven't
game.
you seen him take control with it when you were up there? No, you're a liar. I even got to do a thing what I wanted.
Alright, do you want to bring down my PS4 and play it on the big TV? I don't know what to tell you. You guys can't play with
Because I
one
just
another.
play Minecraft with Goodness getting whatever he wants. You take whatever I want. I hit.
They're too funny.
You see it from the language and historical way. It's different point of view, but it's not full view. Okay, I don't know what exact word you're talking about that I don't see that's full, but alright. Mahi, it means like Earth's creation. Like basically you can create something out of nothing on Earth. We are creators.
Right.
If you think of the M, I'm going to get a little graphic here, I'm sorry. But if you think of the M, it's like a man. Okay, I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry. It's like the M is like a man. He opens his leg up and he has his thing, right? So it looks like an M, sort of, right? And then the A is what? It's like a woman opening her legs. So you have the MA.
Right.
The word dad, it starts with M as well. In Greek, it starts and it's pronounced bamba. In Arabic, they say baba. In Greek, it's bamba.
Bomba. Oh, okay.
Or just quicker bamba.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's almost like a B, but it's really a B after the M.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get that.
Bamba. MBA. That's how you spell Greek in Greek dad, but with English letters. In Greek, it would be the same thing. But I'm trying to say that.
Bomba.
Okay, so it's bamba. In Greek, it's M in front of the B. Okay, baba is from French. So it's still very similar. Papa is a Greek name too, but it's for dad. Papas is a Greek name. The Italians adopted that, but anyways. A lot of the stuff that the Greeks have, they got it from their own dialects. They didn't really get it from the Romans. The Romans got a lot of stuff from the Greeks. But there are certain things that the Greeks got from the Romans. One being is the name literally Greek. Greek is Grecia. It's a Roman word, but it's also sort of Greek word, but it's not. It's not Greek originally, because the way you say Greek is Elinas. The Trojans are supposedly Italians that went from Troy and they established Italy, Rome, after the destruction. So think of them basically doing like a rainbow over Greece, because they went from Turkey to Italy. So it's like Rome. But the name for Italians was it wasn't like Latin or Italian. It was Romei. And a lot of them have established a seat for themselves in Romania. Different places like that. Certain other countries around that area. But a lot of the soldiers in Rome were mixed cultured humans. At the time, Rome was basically the height of everything when it was at its height, and a lot of people were looking for employment. So, of course, they're going to go where the employment is, because this is the way the world is, the path that the world is going into, and it's run by money, and they need to get a job so they can use the money that they get from being a soldier for Rome and get food and support their families in faraway corners. The English went through it too. Everyone went through it. It's one thing that pretty much helped England get to where it is right now. When England was discovered, it was discovered by the Greeks first. And that's why it's called England, because it's the angle of Europe. Angli. Angle. Angli. That's why the name is like that. It's also the first people who basically settled there were Greeks, but they became English. So when you think of it, don't think of the English as foreigners. They're foreigners, but that's not where they're originally from, but they're actually Greeks themselves. So DNA samples can't really differentiate from the two, because it's not like you can say we're thousands of years old and we can go back, thousands of years old, thousands of years ago, and because someone died back then and they didn't get to live as long as we do because something happened, something tragic happened, and we can go back over there, take that body, and it looks exactly like ours. You can't really do that. So there's a lot of things missing, but you can't really... It's hard to twist things when they just make sense. When they make sense, you can't really twist things. I know you have... I guess everything is linked together. It's hard to study only some specific arena without others, because it's all history. It's not simple. Noah was many, many thousands of years ago, and his children are basically, supposedly, what began to occupy the surrounding nearby areas. That includes Babylon, that includes Greece, England, Egypt, all over the Mediterranean coast, and just everywhere they ever, could. Like, there's still people that speak Greek in the Philippines, off the coast, in small islands. It's still like really strong Greek.
Wow.
It's old settles. It's old settlings, like it's just so old. The word the Philippines is a Greek word. Friends that drink. Because when they settled there, they started drinking and they were like, oh, they're friendly. Filipini.
That's too funny.
Friend.
I have a friend that just visited
drink.
his family there. He just barely returned from the Philippines. Actually got a fresh brewed coffee. Well, not brewed, but I got a big thing of it because I guess they grow it up there. And he brought us a bag of it back, from the Philippines. That was like, actually, you know what? Even this bracelet, the colorful one, that's from the Philippines too.
Really?
So yeah. So
Philippines
that's cool that you bring that.
is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. It's probably where the giants were. The giants were probably there. That was probably the Atlantis. And if it wasn't the Atlantis, then it was probably right there, pretty much smack dab in the middle of Greece and Turkey. Because the land in between Greece and Turkey, it used to be one land. And when the volcano erupted in Santorini, it was 100 on the Richter. And everything collapsed. Could you imagine 100 on the Richter right now, going through the 100 on the Richter? The roof would already fall down in like a second.
Oh, I can't even imagine what happened back then.
I mean, it was so powerful that the land just collapsed.
What did they estimate? What were we estimating? Like what, 13,000 or something years ago? 13 to 15,000 years ago or something?
It's around 14,500 years ago, I think. It's like 14,500, almost on the dot, but not really. But that's
Well, nature.
pretty much what happened. Yeah, it's Filipino people are very peaceful, but they have become infected with the weapons and drugs for money and drugs and weapons. Basically, we all have become infected with this mentality.
We all.
We're all basically right now. I'm not going to say everybody. I'm going to say I'm going to include myself. You know what I mean? We're all in this world of, like Natalie. I'm not going to hide something. You know what I mean? Everybody has problems. There's nothing I should be hiding. If anything, I would be hiding, trying to get to the next step. It's going to just keep putting a wall in front of me. Things happen for a reason. All of us, Jesus himself, Muhammad, everybody goes through, Buddha, everybody. All of the biggest people in history have gone through terrifying things. Every one of them. There's no, I was born and, Hercules, you even see it in the little cartoon. He's taken from heaven, and then he's dropped into hell, basically. Like,
Right.
Earth. And he's basically made a slave, and nobody really gives a shit about it. Everybody goes through horrible things. We all go through so many different things that test us and are necessary for us to go through in order for us to really appreciate life. And to deny what you went through is not right. So
Right.
you have to speak what you go through, because if you don't, you're going to have problems. You have to be honest with people. You have to be true. The more and more we don't go down that type of path, the more and more that it's just going to continue to be the same way it is. I stressed that enough already. I said that earlier. I can keep saying it. I'll keep saying it until it's the same or different. If it's the same, I'm going to keep saying it. Things are not the best way they can be. And
Well, some things need to be repeated over and over, until
Yeah.
it really manifests or until it gets realized more.
there's so many things that are Greek, and a lot of people, they don't like that. A lot of people, they hate that. That's why it's been, you have cases in Greek history where Greeks are rampaging, to another place to go and take over and conquer another land. But it's happened to Greece more times than anything. And it's happened from its own people. So you can put that number in there too. Its own people. And it's going on with many cultures. Like, history is history. The story. Historia. The story.
His story.
Well, it means historia. In Hispania, Italia, Ielas, Spain, Italy, and Greece, even in their own dialects, start with H. H is the. If you look up Hispania, now it's different. Now they've taken the H away. In old times, they had the H, and it started with the H.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that's how it was. Because the H is the E and the.
Yeah, right.
So all of it's like basically been taken from there, and a lot of people have been through that land, conquered the land, moved on, and just different things. Like,
Is the purpose of philosophy to change the world or simply to observe it? There's a question, Costa.
the purpose of philosophy is to change the world. and it is to observe it as well.
Good answer. I like that.
It's philosophy, philosophia. I kiss. I'm in love. I'm a friend of Sophia. Sophia is wisdom. Sophos. If you say it's sophos, you say it's like it's almost like saying you're light. You're light. Phos. Phosphorus. Phos. Photo.
So, who's Socrates? The story of Socrates? Do you know who that is, Costa?
Socrates?
Oh, is it Socrates? Or
Socrates. Yeah, he meant to say Socrates.
Oh, okay, Socrates.
Socrates is, I'm not familiar right now off the bat how he died. I know I've heard it of how he died, but I'm not sure right now.
I know one of them got prosecuted, and I think they were killed, but I can't remember
Socrates is
one of them it was.
Socrates is like one of the main first
Philosophers.
Something else too. Well, I guess you could say just philosopher. Yeah, philosopher. I mean, it does include everything. When you're a philosopher, people don't really look at it like this, but when you say philosopher, you're basically a friend of every category that exists, period.
Wow, interesting.
Because you're saying wisdom. You're a lover of wisdom.
That makes it kind of ties it all together.
It ties everything together. That's why philosophers are so famous from Greece. Because their love was for everything, you know.
Is
theology
higher though?
Theology Theos. God. Logi words. It's not really higher, it's probably equal, I would say. Theologia is something that's from God. It's, theoria. Like, when my nephews call me uncle in Greek, I want you to guess one time what you think they call me.
Isn't it something like Theos or something like that?
Yeah, it's exactly that. Theos. But it's two different things. Theos que Theos.
Theos and Theos.
Theos and Theos are two different things. But I believe there is a very close connection with both of them. Like, I believe that the word Theos evolved from Theo. Keros is weather.
Gosh, you guys are like coming up with some really good stuff here. I'm learning a lot.
I believe that when the first smart human, call him ape, call him whatever you want, he was like the god. And he possibly didn't have kids. He had nephews. And those nephews learned a lot of different things from him. And he was considered God, but they still would just use Theo. Please, thank you, and try to search the Socrates story, don't forget. Okay. Socrates. So, the word God in Italian and Spanish is Dios. I think it's also the same thing in French. Dios is the word for God, and it comes from the Greek word Dios. So Dios is Zeus.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Is it in Irish the same thing? The people of Ireland are a bloodline of Hercules, and Hercules is where my family's from. Like my dad, especially my mom too. But
God. Oh, cool. I like that.
Vichas. Le
Evolver, where are you from?
viejas. Le, yeah. It's almost
Ireland.
like saying, is that Irish? Evolver? Is that like the dialect, the true dialect of Irish? Of the Irish of Ireland? Okay.
Ireland's got some amazing stuff. I would
'Cause
love to visit Ireland.
and it's because they're pretty much Greek settlers from
Descendants.
ancient times before it's rampaged with the Arabs
Is that
and
why they're called
the
like
Babylonians.
druids as well? Does that have anything like when they call them druids? Like the druids that were there at the time, they were just descendants then.
It sounds like a Greek word, dryad. I mean, I'm sure it is a Greek word. I don't really know exactly what it means right now. But I know that the Irish are descendants of, of Hercules, and I do believe that to be a
Makes
fact.
sense.
I believe that to be a fact. I don't believe I'm just believing it or making it up, for just show. I'm pretty sure they're descendants because Hercules was a traveler. He was a adventurer. Like a religion. Ireland is a peaceful place like a religion. Religion is not always peaceful. And
Yeah.
when I say religion is not always peaceful, I mean relaying words is not always peaceful. I'm being much more etymology-wise with it.
Right.
Relaying words is not always peaceful. It's evil
True.
too.
Very true. What does it mean to say God is the word?
What does it mean? It means that
Frequency.
He is like God is the only person you should be focusing on. Basically,
God is the word. Yeah, like frequent. I don't know.
it's the only thing you should be
Frequency.
paying attention to, and it's the only thing that you should be listening to. Huh?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Yeah, like the God in us, listen to that. The God within us all. I agree.
We're His children, so we are gods. It's just that people take that out of context and they think they're the shit, and they're not the shit.
Right?
They're just humans. You need to simmer down. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Get that natural
humble
get
yourself.
that natural humility. Some people don't have that natural humility.
we are
But at the
gods.
same time, having that confidence
It's just that
as
we're
well.
vulnerable too. Just
Right.
like the gods. See, the thing is that it's such a sensitive topic to be talking about God and religion. It's such a sensitive topic, but God is everything. And when the first human being was considered to be the first person who was more aware than everybody else, he understood this, and he basically induced it in himself. And he said, I am God, because I understand everything that is around me. And, now it's turned into, it's a single, invisible, or maybe physical, or metaphysical, it's like everybody's, like, okay, we
Trying
don't,
to label it.
it's crazy, and it's just too much. People don't get down to the core of things. They don't really.
Right.
Money is destroying us. Money is destroying us. I mean, Jesus did it himself. He was like, what are you doing in my Father's temple? He flipped the tables.
He tipped the tables. He sure did.
He said, why are you doing this? And,
not
he
happy.
said, give to Caesar unto what is Caesar's. And,
Right.
and then we have the forefathers of America, and they don't use anything but besides gold and silver. And they did that because they were trying to be more lenient with accepting the fact that this is how the world is. We need to basically do the barter system through minerals,
Right.
exotic minerals.
Right. Have
And-
something to back it up.
And now it's turned into don't use nothing but money. Currency, paper money. So it's like,
Well, and now we're using plastic, so it's kind of funny that
And we're
we
going
go
to go
from
towards
paper.
electronic.
Yeah, we're going to like plastic
We're
and
going into the electronic world. Everything
right,
that's in the movies right now, it's really trying to pursue uh, a world of electronic living. It's
right,
trying to push that agenda.
right.
Um, of course, it
I
contains
agree.
some military action in a specific way to protect the existence. Of course, it contains some military action in a specific way to
Does our unconscious
protect
rule
the
us more than our egos? Ooh, this is a good one, Costa. Evolver's coming up with some really good
Yeah, I
topics.
like Evolver's really cool. I like the
I'm
questions.
loving it.
I like the input. Does
Yeah.
our unconscious rule us more than our egos? Let me think about
Yeah,
this
so
for a while.
it's hard to find people that think
Our
of
unconscious,
these
you're talking
deeper
about
levels.
subconscious, right?
Refreshing.
You're talking about you're labeling the unconscious as subconscious. Evolver, yes. So the subconscious rules the ego. Ego is I. That's what ego is. It's I. And I is complete. Ego is the complete persona. It's everything in one. Um, there's no small piece of what ego is. It's the entire body. So the subconscious, because it's so much smaller and it's inside of you, but it's a very key important piece of your brain, it's going to rule you. So persona mask. I don't know if Evolver is a fan of yours, Anna, or did he just become a mine? Oh, okay,
I
he
don't know,
became
but
a
either way,
fan.
I fanned him. He fanned both of
Oh,
us.
okay. Oh, okay, cool. Thank
Sweet,
you.
dude.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for fanning up Natalie too.
It's nice to
Um,
connect with people like that. I love it. He's giving you some really good stuff to work with.
yeah,
I'm liking
that's
that.
the type of people I like, where they start to, ask questions, because I don't know how this is going to sound, but I don't really know if there's anything I can explain. I don't. It's just better when people. I mean, okay, there are things I
It
can't
gets
explain.
you.
I took that too far, but I feel like there's always going to be something I can always explain
Can
out
offer,
of,
yeah, with
you know,
someone's question that.
exactly. So,
No, that
I
makes
like
sense.
I like questions. You know what I mean? I like
Mm.
getting asked things because they're reminders, and they're also, you know, something you can clarify better, even in my head and in yours. It's like a mutual benefit,
Right. Well, the funniest thing,
and
you guys,
even
I
just
have to.
repeating.
The funniest thing was when you went on hashtag Christian yesterday.
Yeah.
You went on hashtag Christian yesterday when you broadcast. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't think people like me, I don't care.
I don't
I mean,
know.
I
I thought
only
it was
went there one time, so
right. No, I thought it was cool though. I thought that, being able to expand that and talking to people that have a specific mindset, and their questions and them asking you stuff. So I found that really, really interesting. I am only gathering the pieces together. Together. What is that, Costa? What, to get her? Am I seeing too much into that? Like it's together to get her, it's Mother Earth, or what is that? What do you think that means? Like deeper meaning into that.
together.
Mm, to gather.
Yeah.
Love it. No, that's beautiful, Tag. I'm grateful that you came on this stream.
Tayyip, where are you from?
Taib? I think he's from
Damascus?
Arabia. Mm. Algeria, I was off.
Oh, Algeria.
Psychology taken the place of metaphysics today. Posta, you want to take that one?
Where is it? Could you tell me
Psychology.
about Masons and Illuminati history? Oh, I didn't read that one. So, no. What were you saying though? I'm not sure what you.
Has psychology taken the place of metaphysics today?
Who wrote that? Because I don't see it. It's weird.
Really? That is really odd. You're seeing some and I'm seeing some, and like we're not seeing them all.
Who wrote that?
Evolver.
Evolver wrote that? Because I don't see it.
Yeah, has
It's
psychology taken the place of metaphysics today?
I mean, we could jump on there. I mean, we are on the hashtag. The thing with metaphysics is it's such a unknown territory.
Right.
Because you really can't.
Good way to put that.
You can't really, right? You can't really know until it's over.
Right.
But if you want to,
Go ahead.
if you want to jump into it from a realistic point of view, metaphysics is going to be something that's going to be more biological, meaning that a lot of our body is made up of smaller life forms. So when our body does go, away from here, not really away from here, it's still here, different version of it, it's going to be in a more microscopic manner. It's not really going to be something.
It's a vast topic.
I don't think it's going to be something invisible. Like, we already have the spirit in us. So if we have it in us, it's something that doesn't really leave us. We leave our body, but we leave it on a smaller scale. That smaller scale being the biophotons, the probiotics, the sexual organs, its production, its life forms. Pretty much it's all going to be on a smaller scale. The subject, metaphysical, what's possibly after this state of reality.
Yeah, beyond the physical.
I think it's going to be more on a smaller scale. I mean, if you could imagine, we ourselves are much bigger than bacteria. We're like giants. We are giants. We're not like giants. We are giants. Compared to a bacteria life form, we're giants.
Right.
We're babies. So, to them, we are their gods, and they're pretty much sort of, in a sense, our as well. Because they protect us, we protect them. We give them a home, they give us a better balance. Right. Probiotics is something, if you took out all the probiotics in your body right now, you would collapse. That's crazy to say, because it's almost like saying you are basically billions and billions of life forms working in one big body right now.
Right.
It's like you're saying that you are all of those microbacterias, and you're just using the physical body as a shuttle. And you need the entire civilization to be one with one another, or else there's going to be
It's gonna be
a
dissonance.
bad balance.
Right. Yeah,
It's quantum. Exactly. It's quantum. It's everywhere.
Yeah, we're just
inside the
getting
body.
quantum stuff.
Our brains are quantum computers. We just don't get to a level of extreme health to be able to say that our brain can literally, probably quite literally, see what's going on through a wall.
Right. Like, I remember hearing this years ago, and it always stuck with me personally. But thinking, like, as our heart is kind of like the fusion engine that, like, pumps stuff, and then our brains are kind of like this biochemical computers. So I don't know why, but when I heard that, it always stuck with me. Thought it was a
The
really
thing
cool
is that
way, I
with
guess.
probiotics, here's something you'll realize right off the bat when I'm going to explain it. Right now, we're taught that probiotics only travel inside the intestines, right?
Right, that's what we're told.
But that doesn't make sense, because if you're going to be telling someone that it also travels on the outside of your skin, then how is that it only travels in the intestines?
They're trying.
Because right now a healthy person is supposed to have probiotics on their skin, on the surface of their skin. So,
Huh.
that being said, if that's normal, how is it to believe that they only exist in the intestines? If they can go on your skin, they can go in your eyeballs, which they do. They go into your brain cells, they go into your hair follicles, they go everywhere, into your bloodstream. They are everywhere. So it's not just going to be something that's going to exist in your intestines. It's everywhere. And this is where it's kind of, it's fact. Because when you're telling somebody that they exist on your skin surface, they obviously go everywhere.
Right.
If they can go from my mouth to my stomach to the surface of my skin, how does that happen? They travel everywhere. So
That's interesting.
probiotics also means promotion of life, promoters of life.
Oh, yeah.
So they promote life. They're professional promoters of your body. And they're good at
Love
it.
it.
They're really good at it.
Love that.
That's what the word means, probiotics. Probiotico. I mean, pro, it's like saying a promoter, but it's also like saying professional, and it's also like saying before you. If you think about it, we were, if anything from evolution, first microscopic, and then we became something bigger. Like when I say my great-grandfather in Greek, I would say propapu, great-grandfather. He basically promoted me into existence.
Right.
You see? So like what's the other word? Sponsor. He sponsored me into life.
I
You
like
see?
that. I like the way you put
So, so thank you. So,
talk about something like astral projection. Oh goodness, I could go off on astral projection. That's a whole subject in itself. Or lucid dreaming, anyway. As parasite.
Congratulations.
depend on the. Oh, Sicarityrium. What version of the also as
Researcher. True.
yes. So you talk about something like astral projection. If you want to talk about astral projection as parasite, what is parasite? Astral projection? Astral projection is not something you can do in an unhealthy state. You have to be very healthy for it.
Very true.
And
Very true.
you know how astral projection works? Here's a really simple, or what's the word? Analogy. Astral projection works like this. Tachyons basically exist in everything.
Gorgeous.
Everything. Πανέμορφη. Υπέροχος.
Πώς γράφει.
Υπέροχη.
Ναι, υπέροχος.
So tachyons are basically in everything. And the way astral projection works is that you literally somehow tap the tachyons in everything else. There's a way to describe it. Like if I were to go, somewhere on the opposite side of the universe, there's something that has the exact same tachyons as I. And whatever I think of, that those tachyons on the opposite side of the universe, they think of them instantaneously as well. So if you can be subconsciously or consciously aware through your subconscious more accurately about where precisely those tachyons could be, then you can kind of travel towards that. And it's a really difficult thing to do. People do it on small scales. They don't do it on big scales. To do it on a big scale is literally leave your body as an avatar and go literally into another body, or just an invisible state of, as if you're transferring your energy.
Right.
It's like a transferring of energy. But the energy transformation, it's not permanent if you're not, you can't be in that astral projection if you're not really strong in your body. Nobody's really, I don't want to say that. That's really discouraging. I was going to say something else. You probably still won't understand what I was going to say. But. Okay. It's really hard to do this permanently if we're still living the way we are.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Foundation, core.
Evolving, exactly. Evolving is something that's inevitable, but it's necessary for us to get to that next step, to that next level of power, of human power, I guess you could say. And it's only going to happen when people permanently are benevolent towards one another. Because you can't evolve if you have constant stress. You can't evolve in a world where there's constant stress. It's not going to happen. You have to be stress-free. You have to be getting everything that you need 100%.
That's why they like to keep us in survival mode here.
So that they won't let us evolve. There's also the other side of that coin, which says you're not really worthy of it because you're still in learning mode.
Right.
So, more intelligent beings, I don't want to say that they exist, but if they do on this planet or even outside, they're not going to let you change into a more aware, conscious state of mind.
Definitely not.
Because
we're not supposed to be abusing. You don't give this is a dumb analogy, but you don't give a toddler keys to the car. That's
Exactly.
kind of a simple dumb analogy, and it's used a lot, but that's kind of
So we deserve it, but we don't, because we're really in learning stasis. We're still in hibernation of learning. And it's really not going to happen but it's going to happen. It's inevitable. But the time it's going to happen is when everybody's really just caring for one another.
Right.
You know, benevolent. Like when everybody's a good angel towards one another. One thing I should say that is very discouraging for people is to believe that an angel is not a human being. Once you get somebody to believe that an angel is not a human being, you automatically control them. Right off the bat.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because if I tell you that you're an angel, good or bad, it is to tell you that there's more possibilities for you. But when I tell you that you're not an angel, you're not good or bad of an angel, because demon means angel, but it means bad angel. But it means human. Because when you break it down, it's literally saying, I see only myself. I care only about myself. When you say, see, women are the good, the men are the bad, men are the piece of shit. The women are the good, side of humans. I don't want to say that one. What I'm going to say after all that. Not that. I agree with that. I'm sticking by that, what I said already. But I was thinking about, who is it? Can somebody answer me who picked up the apple off the tree right now? Because if it is what I'm thinking, then it'll basically prove that also in one sense too.
Who picked the apple off the tree?
Can somebody confirm that for me? Which one it was? Or should I look it up? So I can finish this, because I want to say it. I want to finish it.
But
okay, it was Eve. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to confuse anybody and put thoughts in somebody's head. So Eve, being the one who picked the apple off the tree, she's the one that gave it to Adam. She's in that sense the benevolent one. She's the giving one. The man is the one that's taking. Φτιάξω και να το φάω λίγο πιο. Φτιάξε το αυτό, το steak και μετά φτιάξε το...
Έφερα και ωραία χόρτα που πάνω
χόρτα,
από τα
ποια χόρτα?
Του βουνού χόρτα.
Τα χόρτα που έχει φτιάξει σήμερα ή εχθές.
Αυτό, εχθές έβρασα χόρτα. Αυτό είναι σπανακόριζο. Θες λίγο και λίγο. Ξέρεις τι χόρτα έκανα? Έκανα τα dandelions από το... Τα έφερα από το...
Yeah, dandelions.
Από το κήπο φρέσκα.
Θα τα φάω.
Τα θες κρύα όπως είναι κρύα.
Θα τα φάω κρύα.
survival mode would definitely be one.
So, Eve, being the good one, is because she's the giving one. She's the woman. She gives birth to the children. The man is the one who basically takes. He gives the seed and then he takes it away and makes it his own thing. He shapes it. Even if it's a woman and she's worthy, he'll make her into a soldier. It's always take. The man is always a taker. The woman is the giver. And so women are seen as basically takers today. And it's kind of... No, that's how it really is. Today, the way you see it, Taib, right now, is you're seeing it the way it is right now. The way I just explained it is the way it was. So there really is no maybe, it really is that way. It was that way. When she picked the apple off the tree, she gave it to Adam. She was a share person. She wasn't me, ego. She wasn't evil. So this is what I'm trying to get at. Demonas, demon, it means Adam. He's the taker. He's the bad angel. If demonia is the woman, it's Eve. She's the good spirit. She's the good angel. The woman is the good angel. The man is the bad angel. That's what I'm trying to get at. And there really is no maybe in that. Demonos, it comes from the word Adam. And that's a bad angel. The woman is the good angel. That's why good angel in ancient Old Greek, it starts as evdemonia. Because it has that Eve in the beginning of Damon. So Eve was the good angel, Adam was the bad angel. And there's really no snake that can talk. There's really no, if anything, there's a guider in the background, supposedly, God. But that's not a snake. It's a normal human being saying, you're in my land and you must respect my wishes. And Adam is a taker. When he became more awake and aware of things, he was a taker. Take. And Eve was the giver. That's why she balanced out Adam, and Adam was balanced by her.
By the way, if this phone cuts out, I didn't do it on purpose. It might just possibly do that. So if it does,
Oh, you don't have it on the charger?
It's on the charger, but my battery just sucks so much.
Oh.
So just in case, I have it hooked up to my charger, but just in case it does, I didn't just click out, guys. Just to let you know.
Alright.
Layers of Earth, Adama. Isn't there... Oh, no, I'm thinking of Adamu. Never mind.
Layer of Earth?
You talk like a snake?
Yeah. Because the spine is the snake.
Caduceus.
The spine is the snake. When you don't control your spine, you become demonic. You become a snake. But the snake, the true snake, when it's talking about the snake with Adam and Eve, the snake is the spine. See you, my Murad.
No, you put it in your pot like this.
Peace to you. Have a good night.
Contains something.
Yeah, the whole.
Call me when you're ready.
The whole
Ask
thing.
Antonio and call me.
The whole world.
Ask him what?
The egg.
Ask him
The entirety. In Greek, the name for Mary is Panagia. Means to be like everyone on earth. Another nickname for Jesus is Pantocrator.
Never heard that.
It means everywhere and governor of all things. So,
Hey, Amber.
hey from Colorado, right?
Yeah. Good one.
I remembered because your name starts with, So, I wish I didn't have to sleep.
I know.
Murad.
I need sleep. Super broadcast, so.
What else do you have?
Gotta get some rest, rejuvenate yourself, right?
Yep.
It was created from the layer of the earth. Devil created from fire. Yeah, like I know they call
The
some of
sun is
like
a fire.
yeah like jinn or whatever, jinn. They're like
Yeah, those are angels.
those are what?
Angels in
Mm,
Arabic.
like very ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of talk about the jinn. The chance to drink.
Jeans?
I love.
Oh, jinn.
Oh, genies. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, jeans.
Genies. I don't know. Yeah, was that word genie
The way
come
I
from?
think, the way I think of genie, the word for happening in Greek is yini. Genie.
Mm.
So that's all that's all pretty much a genie says too. Wow, you up in here?
Loco, what's up?
Hello,
It's so
Loco.
funny. I'm getting like quite a few people in here that I always see on like Marcel's or whatever, and they all at one time come over here. So, you would actually might like Marcel. Well, I don't know.
Gins like these?
I think you would like Marcel. Shouldn't like you. Like ghosts in some cultures. Yeah, they're an
Yeah.
interesting subject. Very ancient.
Yeah. Ghosts and angels are supposedly one of the same thing, but I don't look at it like that. I know a lot of people do. But
And
the thing is that
I love her.
you can't really become a ghost if your energy is weak in the human body. It's not going to happen.
I'm glad you did, Loco. Go have fun. Tell her hi for me.
She's not.
I love
you're good.
Loco.
Oh.
Before us.
I think Singapore.
Oh, the Inner Earth beings. Yeah, what's your take on Inner Earth, Costa? Do you have
Where's that?
it?
Because I don't see it.
Really? That's so. I swear, technology doesn't.
Are there
work.
things that are popping up I can't see? Because before us and mess with the Earth. Yeah, it's supposedly the giants. That's what it really is. The inner Earth or beings are giants.
Yes. Teo agrees.
Yeah, the inner Earthers are that. What's funny about that is that in the flat Earth theory, people think that we're the middle of the Earth. Isn't that ironic? So it's like weird.
Yeah, that is. I don't know. I find some of the things very interesting that they say, and it gets me to open up to see things from a different perspective. But I still feel a lot of them are so stuck on the Earth is flat, and then looking at it from that perspective, and it just is so dry to me. I just can't. Can't.
So differences, but almost Is paranormals too? Paranormals are just something that's ahead of normal. Paranormals are something that is. It's another word for crazy.
Psychotic.
Psychotic.
I don't know. You just said another word for crazy, so I was just coming up with.
Oh, paranormals is another word for crazy.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Because it's ahead of what's normal. Para, ahead of normals.
No, I get that. That makes sense.
You guys are awesome. Catch you again. Okay. See you, Evolver. It was really nice to have you in here.
Oh, I know. Everyone's been awesome. I hope that we're able to connect again.
I will try to improve my English.
Oh, Tabe, you're doing amazing. You're doing great. And people like to be a part of an unpopular opinion. I can't remember what subject we were talking about. Was it the flat Earth?
We were talking about paranormals, and then we were talking about the inner earthers.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not keeping up on the chat like I should. But in that case, it should.
I'm doing good. Not doing bad. I hear an echo. My echo.
You're an echo?
Yes. Not yours. This one.
I know. I wonder if it's because of my phone.
It's probably because of my mic being so sensitive and me having my headphones in.
At least it's sensitive. At least people can hear you. That's good.
Well, I can hear you fine.
You get it twice. What's your name? Tab? I think he's asking what your name is.
My name? My name is Constantino Andriakinus.
Maybe you should tell him to spell it. Not you. Tell him if you can spell it.
My name is, as long as the alphabet almost. Well, it actually is. 24 letters. Well, I don't even have a middle name. It's just two names.
That's right. Oh my gosh. Wow. Not even a middle name, and it's still that long. That's crazy.
My middle name was going to be Spyro.
What does that mean?
It's like another word for hata.
Interesting.
Still on?
I haven't been on for more than an hour.
Has it really been an hour?
It's been an hour. Yeah. Or more than that, just a little bit more. Yes. I was born on 12/12, and 12/12 is when the Saint Spyro is celebrated.
Oh,
But I never got the nickname.
that's cool though.
But it means like anahata. It's like saying
How are you?
heart space or hello Tink.
The Tink. Her name's Tink, but her profile says the Tink. She is so sweet and so cute, and she's into a lot of different stuff, but she's got a big platform as well, and she does it a lot. She goes broadcasting a lot, and I love how she interacts with people, because different people will say different things, or if they're not as into it, like she kind of brings everything together, and she's just, I don't know.
No, you're not
she does that very
You're not
well.
spamming type. That's very nice. Natalie.
Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Mawad. Get some rest. Sweet dreams.
It's good to have the chat going, you know.
Oh yeah. No, it's good for me because, like I said.
Because me and Natalie can talk to each other like for a long time, but having the people ask stuff,
Right.
and just saying their, what they have on their mind is really nice.
Tink, I haven't even summed you up. You're incredible. You're amazing. Oh, Tink's saying hi to you as well. Yeah, Tink, if you
Hello,
should
Tink.
actually fan him. You would enjoy a lot of the stuff he talks about. I'm thinking. But yeah, no, Tink has a really big platform here. A lot of people
Much love to everyone.
look to her.
Thank you, Tink.
First generation Greek American bilingual speaker.
Yeah,
Look at you see that?
One person said that was a mouthful when they read that. I'm not really educated like in school, like college nutritionist, but I'm very aware of nutrition.
Oh gosh, she's great. Love her. Loco, are you back?
Does anybody know what egalitarian means? besides me.
For water.
Egalitarian basically means equitable equality. Or does not. That's probably hard for everybody. Some people don't understand too, right?
Equal?
Equitable equality.
Impressed.
Equitable meaning it's fair. And then equality. So fair equality. Not communistic equality. So egalitarian is equitable equality. Fair equality.
In French, I think. Oh gosh, Tink, look at her.
It is a French and partial Greek word. Yeah.
Non-communist equality, that's cool.
Non-communistic equality. Exactly.
Rocco, what you been up to? No, I get what you're saying though. Like I'm learning how to do this platform, and so it's good, that we can interact and talk about stuff, and then, kind of focus on the chat, when it starts to get more intense or whatever in the chat. I'm still figuring this stuff out, trying to get the hang of it.
It's not too hard, Natalie.
You're talking to. I'll get used to it. I'll figure it out. It's my birthday. Oh my gosh.
I have more
Happy
people
birthday.
on here than what you do.
Well, my YouTube too. I haven't been doing much with mine lately.
My YouTube only has 78 people. I keep losing people. I gain then lose, then gain then lose. They're just like I hate.
Oh my gosh, Loco's hilarious.
Just roasting
You were roasting trolls. Like, she seriously is the best at that. She doesn't just roast him, she puts him through. It's hilarious.
Thank you for becoming a fan.
Oh, Matt, at least she's mean.
YouTube is fun. It's an educational platform too. Like, this is an educational platform, but a lot of people, they really get on here and they just do. You see what they do.
Right.
Just leave it at that.
People are probably wondering what in the heck I'm laughing at.
I have gained more than I lost.
Yeah?
I still have lost, some people.
Yeah.
It's because they go and they subscribe and then they watch my videos. They're like, whoa, it's not my fault.
Sometimes some of what you say goes kind of over some people's heads,
Exactly.
It's the best way I can put it.
Goes in one ear and comes out the other.
Yeah. Yes. I like YouTube audience. I love YouTube. I do. I think it's all in how we decide to utilize these platforms,
Yeah.
You can take anything and have a specific intent for how you're going to use it. You can use it for good, you can use it for evil. What are you going to do with it?
I don't know which one it was, but I think the apple, now that I see mango, I don't know if it was the apple off the tree, was it mango, or was it a pomegranate? Or even a fig. It's one of those. It's not just possibly an apple, it's possibly a fig, pomegranate, or mango.
They have mangoes back then? What did they have back then?
Thank you very much. What? What did they have back then?
Yeah. What kind of? They have the same type of.
They had more than we have now.
Yeah, probably true.
It's not the same. It's just contaminated more
I
now.
know, Loco. Yes, who's been around. Gosh, I feel bad because like now we're kind of just like messing around. Before we were getting into some
Deeper, yeah, because I'm reading the comments and you are too.
conversation.
Troll. Oh, that's funny.
Loco, I'm telling you, like, is hilarious. Like, I'm laughing and probably nobody knows why I'm laughing. No, there was a troll that we had on, it was on one of the psychic Marcella's broadcasts, and we started roasting this troll so badly, and it was hilarious, and Loco started calling him a mango, or I don't, like, there was a word he was using, and so she started calling him a mango, and it just went on from there. I don't know, it sounds really dumb, but it was really funny at the time. We just, and it's so funny, because some of these trolls you can actually, if you're in the mood, it's really funny to watch and to interact with them, because you can really, but then there's others that are just so boring. So you're just like, you know what, I'm bored, please go away. If you're not going to give me something to work with, then just go away. You're not going to entertain me. Why are you here? I don't know. I talked last hours to psychic. You talked to a psychic? Is that what you're saying?
The word psychic comes from the word soul.
Soul?
Yeah.
Ah.
But it gets a little tricky. Because the soul is in here. And it doesn't make sense because everybody's like, it's everywhere. It is, but it's not. We have two brains.
Like the seat of the soul.
That's basically what it really is. Yeah, the seat of the soul. Exactly. That's a better way to say it. The seat of the soul is in here.
Alright, if you were to cut through here, you'd be able to see different symbolisms that we have everywhere. Plus with like if you look outward in the nebulas and stuff like that, I believe it's the Orion Nebula that really represents
Orion's belt or Orion Nebula being another thing.
Yeah, it's the Orion's Nebula. I don't know if it's it's not the Horse Nebula. I can't remember which one it is, but Orion Nebula, I can't remember which one, but that's what it represents. It shows it's the same as what's going on within our heads. If you were just to, cut it open and look at it, it's incredible.
The word mind in Greek starts with an N.
Really?
Yeah. Nous.
How do you say it? Moose?
Nous.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Mimi is memory.
Mimi is memory?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why memes are so popular, because it's not because it's a Greek word, but it's such a cool word, I guess. I don't know if it's really a cool word even, just that,
yeah, no, I didn't know that.
It's really pronounced Mimi. Mimi's like an abbreviation. There's many sections out in space. Yeah, there's supposed to be infinite universes, and every universe is different. It functions a different way. It's governed by different things.
Right. Well, and I don't know if any of you guys have gotten into any of like the earlier ancient so-called Orion Wars. I'm talking, this is a long time ago. Supposedly that's where that's where we figured some of creation must have started, was out in the Orion Nebula. That's where some of them claim anyway. I don't know how true that is. I'm just saying that's what some of them claim. Mirrors? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Okay.
I was thinking of what the words Greek were for the planets.
For plants?
Planets. That was just crazy though. I just thought of something. Mercury.
Okay.
You know, it's funny that it means us because it does have that in there, the U.S. and the N. But also,
It does.
think of your brain as a culture, and that culture is it's made of many different life forms. Biophotons, probiotics, red blood cells, white blood cells, even I'm going to say something that's crazy, but if it's really true, you can read it up on. Even a sperm. I don't know if you guys read that, but there's a thing that scientists have found out that a woman, when she has intercourse, even they basically know this for a fact because they did the study on women who never had children in their entire life. They did autopsies on older women who passed away. They were confirmed to never have children, and they had DNA from a man in their brain, and it was the sperm, which is great.
You have batteries? Tell us about the battery.
That's the bad thing about Xbox. They get you with that.
Or I can charge it. Never mind.
We are a giant organic machine. So true.
Yeah. That's why you get the. That's where you get the word organic. Organic means natural. Organos. Organized.
Well, I also read somewhere like all the musical instruments are named after like different organs in our body or something? I don't know. I can't remember exactly how it was, but it was really interesting reading that.
Organa.
I'll have to look back at it.
Organa means musical instruments. Organosi means organized. Organo, I think, or basically, yeah, you could say organo is basically organ. But you have different names for each word. So it's really crazy because it covers like a lot of different things, but in different forms.
It's so hard. He shot the rope right into someone's brain. Powerful stuff.
What is he saying?
He said, man came so hard, he shot the rope right into someone's brain. Powerful stuff.
Yeah, it is crazy, isn't it? Yeah?
Oh man.
Well,
that was
what the fuck? Ποιο μετά, σκέπασε το.
Okay, local.
Το steak είναι έτοιμο, τα άλλα είναι εδώ στο τραπέζι έτοιμα.
Άμα κρυώσει λίγο δεν πειράζει.
Τα χόρτα και το βοκάλο και το σκόρτο δεν πειράζει.
Ναι, αυτά δεν πειράζουν.
Man, I'm surprised my phone hasn't died yet.
Yeah, me too.
The Greek gods are looking out for it. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. I'll stop.
That's funny what Clever Guy said.
I know, right?
Is he like really young though? Is 98 abbreviation for 1998?
Clever Guy. Oh.
Well, even that, I think that's not too.
That would make him like all close to 1920. Yeah. Clever Guy.
So actually, it's not that young. You know, it's crazy. I was 8 years old in that year. I was 8.
No, we know. It's funny though. Is Clever Guy? Is that when you were born? Was 98? 19. Yeah. So yeah, he was born in 98.
Yeah, I was 8 years old.
That's crazy. My daughter was born in 2000, so 2 years after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm old. Let your battery run low a lot, or will not try on your mobile phone again. Oh, Tab, always looking out for me. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Τι έφτιαξες να φας εσύ?
Αυτό με τα μίξ γαρίδες και νούρος και βέσκο. Τα παιδιά, εγώ μπορεί να το χόρτα. Έχω μπίνς εκεί, φασολάκια. Έχει και σπανακόρις αν θέλεις.
Τις πατάτες.
Τις πατάτες. Πατάτες τι να πρώτα φάμε. Θες πατατούλες.
Λίγο.
Λίγο απ'
Are you
όλα.
gonna be on later? Sorry.
Πατάτες έτοιμη, αλλά πρέπει να καταλαβαίνεις.
Χωρίς, μόνο με λάδι.
So are you gonna come on later, or are you done for the night on YouNow?
Myself?
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I think you got quite a few new fans.
I think
And-
2 or 3.
Yeah. Well, very good ones too. Like Tink, you will absolutely love her. You will adore her. She's amazing. Very bright. Very intelligent. Yeah, she's amazing. And there was a few other ones that I think.
You know,
are pretty active.
I was trying to find your channel, Natalie, and I couldn't find it. What's the name on your channel? I know I subscribed, but I can't find it because.
It's Anahata Online.
Oh, that's the name.
Anahata Online. So like just same thing here except it's just online. So Anahata Online.
Okay, because I wanted to watch some of your videos.
Shit. Well, they're not so high quality, so just be prepared.
That's life.
It's an outlet for me, so it's nice for me to have that outlet. I need some type of
He
outlet.
said it's not about quantity, it's about quality. Well, quantity and good words.
Well, I put all heart into what I do, so if that's any consolation.
You put a good effort, you're saying?
What's that?
Did you say you put in a good effort?
Yeah, everything I do, I do with heart. You know, I have to, otherwise.
Yeah, that's why I want to check out the videos because I haven't seen them. And I've been wanting to, and I haven't been
Oh, it's all good.
focusing on it, I guess.
I haven't been active on there for a while. I need to start getting more active and stuff.
Yeah, it's impressive though.
Oh, go ahead.
You have a decent amount of subscribers though. You got on there. When
I know.
was it that you started that?
It's probably been about 3 or 4 years, maybe 3.
Okay, so
3.5
that's
years.
because mine is just hitting a year now.
Yeah.
Even though I had it since
definitely give it
2008.
some time. Yeah, definitely give it some time
Yeah.
because you've got a lot of good stuff. You know. You
I
have a lot
don't.
of
Yeah.
good
Well,
content.
I really don't though.
You do.
I really don't. I beg to differ. I have better conversations on here than I do on there. I mean, I could talk about stuff on there. It's just.
No, I getcha. I know exactly what you're talking about, though. Trying to figure out what to share, and then sometimes it's just spontaneous, and it's on YouNow, and you don't.
I
really
could show
record
you a
YouNow,
list of
so-
hundreds of things. I don't know which one to do. I should be, when I write it, I should be making a video, but that doesn't
Just
happen.
another stuff. Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I'm listening.
So why are you trying to hide? That's my oldest
So
now.
cute. He's so cute.
The eldest.
Oh, he's adorable. All right, well, I'm gonna probably get off. I really have to go to the bathroom really bad.
Alright, I'm gonna get off and eat then too.
Okay.
I can
awesome.
broadcast later, I guess.
All right, I will check, and I'll check later or whatever. I'll check periodically and see if you end up going on or whatever.
Okay.
All right, okay. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for coming out. You guys, make sure if you haven't to fan Costa up, please. He's amazing. So, all right.
All right,
I'll
see
see
you,
you in a
Natalie.
little bit then. Okay.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.